shit. Fuck that shit. Make sure my phone out silent and get started.
Been a minute, man.
Word.
Feel good to be back in this shit, though.
Word. We back. Trying to make it happen, you know. Trying to support the local artists and shit.
Facts. You feel me? I remember we pulled up on me with the hoodie, said, you gonna start your shit back up? I said, all right, bet, you know, the habit slide, I needed one. I was like, yo, when you gonna start that shit back up? Da-da-da. I fuck with it. I still fuck with it to this day. You feel me? I feel like y'all had your own little shit. I feel like y'all was going with it too.
Yeah, we were.
I don't even know why. I mean,
life.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Once again, we being rude. Once again, it's your boy King Troy.
It's your boy Jose for K.
And we here with.
You already know, it's FinesseGodFlacko here, paying the bills. Let's get it.
And we at the fucking conference room. Flock, what up, man?
Shit, man. Just chilling, man. Living. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to go get it. Like, just like y'all. You know how y'all living?
I'm great. I'm great, man. Life is great to me.
I love to hear that. And you've been putting it away from the gym.
Yeah.
That nigga got it. Okay. You feel me? I'm trying to get like you.
Don't get me started.
Nah, I love to see that shit. I remember you putting in that work, bro. No cap. Right?
But I want to go back to what you was just saying. We had stopped. The reason we had stopped, I had stopped because obviously I lost my little cousin.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sorry.
And you know, shit slowed down. But it's crazy. This is one of our topics today, and I think you wanted to talk about this, the music state in Patterson.
Yeah, man.
Bro, we can't find artists to work for shit,
bro.
For nothing.
That's because we had a wave, bro. Like we had a good wave going too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of made me mad for the simple fact that like it was like noticeable that we was making something happen. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, there's still people out here making something happen, but at the rate that we had it, it's just different now. Like, I feel like at the same time, we had the wave, but a lot of it was a wave. Like, nobody really wanted to do it consistently.
So do you think, just in general view, do you think people stop working because of life? Or because you think it was like something they was trying and wasn't really something they was taking serious?
I think it could be a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? Like I could attest just the whole life situation. I took a couple months off from rapping. Like I ain't write nothing in a minute. You feel me? I ain't even touched beats. I just started getting back into it as far as just trying to get the groove back. I never really lost it, but more so just trying to get into the wheel of it all again. You know what I mean? So. I could definitely say life play a part when it comes to that, because the economy, the whole social like world, even just the political world. I ain't even really into like politics like that, but we see what's going on around us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's hard to ignore everything going up. You know what I'm saying? Studios going up, like people that got a service, their prices going up. So it's hard to maintain based on who you are. I mean, some people got it, some people don't. But that's the other half. It's like certain people, they may even have it and they just ain't taking it serious. Like that was just something that was going on before the whole economy thing. Like so many rappers we probably know done did it, got a little buzz, and they just thought that was it. And then they just kind of just laid back and just thought that was going to take them out the hood, quote unquote. But they ain't really had the drive or the work ethic to keep it going. Like this should take work. So
see, I feel like you said, it's more of like it was a cool thing to do, so people was doing it.
Right.
But here's my thing. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to sacrifice because, like you said, shit is expensive. We can't ignore that.
Right.
Shit is expensive. But they're afraid to sacrifice. You can't party.
Right.
You can't smoke for a couple months.
And
facts.
A lot of drink for a couple months, like. It's a lot, like, and that's the biggest thing, especially when it comes to this music. Like people on the outside looking in. I mean, y'all in the media space, so y'all understand just in your own craft how much work it take to put into this, and just the time and the money to even just come up and do this consistently. Meanwhile, you got real life stuff happening around you. Like you still got the crib to pay for, the car to pay for, the bills coming in, the school loan, whatever you got. So you got to maintain that on top of having to take out of the money from that to come do this. it's not an easy thing to do. You know what I mean?
What is it for you that you think it takes to be like, all right, I got this real life stuff going on, but yo, I gotta do this. What is it for you actually?
Me personally, it was just more so just trying to get my drive back. Cause I think the thing about me when it comes to that, whether I got it or not, I can always find a way. And I feel like like anything in life, if you really want to do it, you're gonna go get it. So I think more so when I stopped, I did have like other issues aside from just it wasn't even like financial or anything like that. It was just more so health wise and just mentally. Like I just wasn't there. Like trying to figure out what I want to do in my real life path and also do the music. Like, because at the end of the day, I still do other things aside from music. I done came out of school and, you know, try to, like, I'm in IT and all that other stuff. So, I'm still trying to build on that path while still building on this path. So I think it kind of split me at one point. But I had to make a choice just because of what was going on around me. Like everybody know I be chilling. I don't be outside or none of that. So like I gotta get it this way. So I had to go take it this way so that way I could keep going this way. You know what I mean? So that was more for me, what it was. And I just felt like I get a lot of my inspiration from experience. And being I was so locked in from trying to get my real life right, I wasn't really experiencing it. I wasn't outside. I was in a room. Like I'm locked in my room and I'm just trying to keep my head low, don't go out, don't do this, don't do that. But with that, it kind of took away from the stuff I talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of made it hard for me to make quality music. Because music, for me, I could go on any beat for real and put words together. That ain't about nothing. But,
bar, punch in, bar.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do everything these niggas is doing. So it's like, that's easy. But can I display a message or even just have things to put together in the song and make it make sense? Coming from my own personal experiences. Couldn't really do that for a minute because I wasn't really going through nothing. I wasn't seeing things. I wasn't interacting with it.
And I think that's what it really takes. It takes for you to like be going through something and have enough of whatever you're going through and be like, yo, I gotta stick to this. I know it's gonna work.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that was just it for me. But I got my drive back. So it's like, and I feel like every artist, it don't matter if it's rap or whatever, any type of creative in any kind of space, we all get in those realms where it's kind of like you got that block. Like, yo, I don't even know what to do. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Right now, I think I just need to step away from it, clear mind. You know what I'm saying? Just go through life for a little bit and then come back with a whole bunch of new content, a whole bunch of new ideas and stuff like that. So I think that's the biggest thing for me when it came back. But I'm back, so I'm back. That's all that fucking matters. You feel me? So
I got a question then. Since you was in the artist and you was in the scene, right, when we had this wave going.
Yeah.
Do you think we fumbled the opportunity?
I think our biggest problem was because everybody want to get somewhere. But I seen the interview with Hard Luck on 105. I think he was Power 105, and he's talking about just us coming together collectively and stuff. And it's like that always kind of been a pipe dream. But I feel like at one time, especially when all this was going on, I felt like we could have had it, even if we was all doing it.
But we had it.
Right.
We had it.
And this is the thing, like.
No, so see, we had this discussion before. My personal view on this is that there's no support. There's no real support.
But you know,
everyone has their fans and the people that fuck with their music, and then there's people that they fuck with that fuck with them.
Right.
So they're gonna come show them love. But
that's
like, I always compare us to New York just because they're the closest to us,
proximity,
right?
Yeah.
And the difference between support that they give each other and support that we give each other is like a crazy difference. Like, it could be 3 different rappers from the same street, and all 3 different rappers, everybody know their music.
Facts. But you know, also what I say about that, I really try not to compare just because you got a couple states that's always been the biggest markets for music, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got
New York
Cali, you got New York, you got Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like those are like the 3 biggest states, and then even Texas got their own market. But all the little states around probably saying the same thing we saying.
No, because you gotta think about it. This Detroit.
Yeah, but they just came.
Everybody,
They just
no,
came out with they.
Because look, so the reason why I'm saying that is right. Everybody that came out and got their little movement, right? New York, Cali, and Atlanta. They're the cities you go to for music.
Right.
Those are the capital cities for music, right?
Right.
But they're not the only people that pop. There's
100%,
everybody pops,
100%.
right? But you know why? It's because they be having their little movement. Once they start fucking with that movement, then everybody starts showing
100%.
support. We had a movement here,
And
we had different styles too. It wasn't just one style. A lot of movements are one style, and it just be a whole bunch of different people with their own swag.
That's a big part to it too. We don't have I feel like we don't have a specific sound.
We
and
don't.
It's mad funny that you say that because I had this talk with my uncle all the time. He always say it to me, and he like, "Yo, we need to bring the East Coast sound back. Like we don't have our own. Like everybody doing what the next state doing."
But what does the East Coast sound?
So, but that's why you
It's
see.
like-
This is the reason why I compare us. Not compare. Compare us to New York because East Coast sound was that hard, gritty rap from New York. That was East Coast before, and that was New York.
Word.
Like I can't say New Jersey ever had a sound.
But it was tri-state though, because you got to think. You got New York, you got Jersey, you got Philly.
But they had
You know what I'm saying?
different styles.
But
Philly
they
had
all-
the punch bars.
But they always more so on rap. Like Philly started out rapping. Like it wasn't even no punching. Like this was before even punching was a thing. Like niggas wasn't punching in. We was rapping.
Going straight through.
You feel me?
They wasn't recording off tape.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas was recording on notepads and shit. Like they had the shit written down and shit. Like there was no punching back then. Nowadays that's what most people do.
But that's because look, right? So you remember we're gonna go back to that was the East Coast sound.
Right.
That we had one sound as the East Coast before back in the day, Tupac, Biggie days. East Coast had a sound. Not every state had their own sound. We had one collective sound.
Right.
East Coast, West Coast had a collective sound. South, the Texas, and they always had a collective sound.
That's
Paul Wall, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody had
all these.
because they was repping the coast back then.
Yeah.
Now it's split up. Now it's by state.
I think our biggest problem is, especially what I've seen is being from here. I noticed the minute somebody get a little buzz or just a little bit of motion with this shit, they go out somewhere else. Like I'm not saying
because
you
you
can't,
have to,
but I don't.
It's like you have to.
You don't
For
because
example, look, I don't mean to cut you off, right? A-Pressure, right? A-Pressure came out of prison from doing 10 years, right? He came home.
Shout out to A-Pressure
For
too.
facts, doing this thing.
Yeah.
10 years in prison, came home, and it was like, at that time, I didn't like the music that much, and we always had this conversation that I don't like the music that much, but he was hot.
Yeah.
But nobody was supported. Nobody was supported. So what he started doing is, fuck it, nobody's gonna support it, and that's what you gotta do as an artist if you really wanna make it. He started reaching out to other states, and now it's like, A-Pressure. But
But
what was this before?
I say this all the time because they did the same thing with Fetty. They did the same thing with Fetty.
Nah, that's
and
not
I
true.
only say that because being actually around it and I watched how people look at Fetty. It wasn't the fact that they wasn't fucking with his music, quote unquote. It was the fact
music
that
was hard.
it was the fact that they looked at him as a regular person. And I always say, don't get me wrong, we all know.
You know how many people support
Yeah, but
those
yeah, I
cities?
disagree.
I ain't see that. I
The
ain't see
town
that.
support. No, he's the only artist that happened to.
Yo, hold on,
It was until he started traveling, going to South Carolina.
Fetty popped. I can tell you right now.
Patterson,
He
bro.
popped here first,
Bro, do you
bro.
understand?
The
Everybody
DVDs,
was listening to
come on.
DCD before that shit
Yes, bro.
went anywhere,
He was.
and you heard it everywhere.
What was the first song you heard of Fetty Wap?
Track Lane.
That's not the first song.
No, it wasn't.
Birthday Cake.
It was K-Team.
Yeah, K-Team birthday,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Bro,
I'm not saying niggas wasn't. I wasn't saying niggas wasn't fucking with.
My first Fetty song was 679 or whatever.
But the thing was, Fetty, we all know Fetty been in the streets. Fetty had the plugins with the DJs or whatever, so they were spinning his shit. He was gonna get his buzz. I'm not saying that he didn't have a buzz. What I'm saying is, I would hear how people talk about him because of where he is. Like, oh, I know Fetty, that's the nigga from Eastside, but they used to sing a choir, but they kind of just like blew past it. Now when he started getting a buzz, that he started doing the shows and then came back to Paris.
Yeah, he definitely had
That's when it was like, oh, Fetty, now niggas, because niggas used to see Fetty.
We love Fetty.
Yeah,
before it was like, man, he a choir boy,
you feel me? They'll take a picture or two. It's like, oh, that's Willie, da-da-da-da. But then he started doing the shows, and then you started seeing him actually pop out everywhere else, and then he came back to the hood. Now niggas is running up to his car. Can I get a picture?
You can't say that because everybody didn't know Fetty when he was like coming up. Like when he first started making music, it's like saying if I get in the booth right now and I drop a song, and not everybody support me because they don't even know I make music.
That's fact. But
you know
like I said,
like,
Fetty already had a following. When you in the streets, people know you. That's just a fact. Like,
but he was, but, and I could vouch for that. He probably was in the streets, but he wasn't.
It wasn't like he was like
that guy. Like you were outside, like yo, that's like he be on his block all the time.
But you also got to take into account if you know people who know people and the people you around. You don't really necessarily need to be known for people to know who you are.
And unfortunately, that's the way it is. If you ain't popular, people don't know who you are.
Because I'm gonna keep it a buck, especially like I've been doing this for a while, and I was at Foot Locker the other day. No, not Foot Locker, pardon me, Best Buy the other day, and I pulled up. I went to go get a headset. Y'all know I be gave you this shit. Like, yo, you Flacko, right? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yo, I listened to your music since way back, like Big Flacko, da. I never met this kid in my life, like at all.
But look how long it took you to get that. Let's be real. Even before you came in, how you even got on when you came on the show the first time, right? It was like, nah, Flock. I don't really think Flock music that good. I don't really see the work. But you kept going and you progressed and you got there. Now it's like, yo, no, you gotta put Flock on the list.
But that's because
Flock has to be on that list.
And that's also because I wasn't popular. Nobody knew who the hell I was.
We
had the same conversation.
That's what I'm saying. So with Fetty Wap, you might have known him. You might have thought he's this dude that he going like they know him. But that's to you. To like people down the street, they don't even know him at all.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't that the conversation that we had?
So that's
like,
what I'm saying.
He already had the hood when we was already here, but he kind of had to go out to come back to get it.
Nah, like, because the reason I say that is because I didn't know. I knew him before. I didn't know Fetty. Like I don't know him personally.
I know him,
but I knew about his music before he went out of town.
Right.
I heard it on the street, bro. Literally.
Yeah. No,
I could be walking and people was dumping everything.
But I can't sit here and say my experience is everybody.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So the first person that put me on, I remember who put me on, and I heard it, and I was like, this shit hard. I just had no idea who he was. Mm-hmm. But when you stay on that side of town, you knew who he was. So it's a little different. Yeah. I ain't started hearing him until I started seeing him by the Broadway.
But originally, that's where he's from. He's from Patterson Ave originally.
Yeah, but he stay up at 12. Everybody know 12th and 22nd where his stomping ground. So it's like he ain't never really come down the hill and come around. You know what I'm saying? Art Street and all that other shit. He was already moving by the time he started making merch. Niggas kind of already had a name. Mm-hmm. So it was like, all right, a name of the town at least. But it just goes. I think more so, like I said, like back to the original point. I feel like once we had that wave, everybody started kind of going their own separate ways and like not trying to bring people in. I think my biggest thing with a lot of, especially media outlets that claim that they fuck with the town, DJs. I say it all the time. Remember back then when DJs used to break records. These niggas don't break nothing.
Nothing.
They only play.
Don't worry. I'm about to get on the ass.
We were talking about the same thing, bro. Yo, you can pay a DJ on the spot in New York. That's why I always say New York because it's just so close. You could go to New York, pay a DJ on the spot, and they play your shit all night.
That's a fact.
They'll play your shit all night, bro.
That's a fact.
That shot you out everything. Yo, they in the building. This is single dropping.
DJs over here look at you like, I don't know.
Unless you know the DJ out here, like unless you really locked in with them, they'll look at you dead in your face like I got you, and you don't never hear it.
You won't even hear it.
So it's like I always had like a little gripe with DJs when it comes to that, just because I feel like if you really want to see your city take off, you could be the pioneer in your lane to help it take off.
They gonna hear from you first, bro. They gonna hear from you first.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Alright, how many times you go to a club, you hear a new song that you never heard, and you go like, oh, I gotta hear it, I gotta get this shit, Shazam this shit real quick.
It's a fact.
It happened.
And all the time.
It happens all the time. I go, like you said, I go to New York and go to a party. I don't know who this little whoever the fuck it is, but the song hard. Now I gotta go look it up.
You gotta go look it up.
I ain't never hear a DJ break a record out here just from, not even just from paying, just for the fact that you heard the record
and you want to
play it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything nowadays is about, alright, bet how much could you pay me? It's not more so, and I feel like, don't get me wrong, business is business. So I don't get too mad at that.
Yeah.
First thing I'm gonna ask is how much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you really fuck with something,
or you believe in it,
and you believe in something, you should be the one like, oh, I'm gonna just show love to this.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I've been stopped, like, I don't tax nobody for no feature from the town. I've been saying that shit in my music for years.
Yeah.
Why? Because if I think you nice, I always said to myself, like, I never need nobody on any of my songs.
Mm-hmm.
If I have you on a song, it's 'cause I want you on a song. Why? Because I think you tough. I'll reach out, but I think the biggest thing over here is like ego, bro. Like a lot of these niggas have ego. Like they can't let themselves feel like they on your level.
Because they don't. I call that because they don't really believe in themselves. If you believe in yourself, you don't care who come around.
You don't care.
Like that guy.
People so scared of this person passing you, and that's why.
But you see, that's another thing I've said though. How can you be scared of somebody passing you, right? If you're not there yet.
But you know why?
Because at the end of the day, right? Because this is how I look at it's all business. Because at the end of the day, it might be your craft, but your craft is literally a business. You feel me?
100%.
You feel me? So let's talk about if you blow up, right? You get a feature, y'all on the same level, and you blow up, he blow up too.
But a lot of people, you know the problem with that,
because let's say it's that song that blow you up. Everybody that heard that song heard him too.
Right.
They might have skipped his shit at the end. Maybe they was over there, but his name is on there. So every time that song pop up,
you kill him on the verse. That's
bro.
it.
Every time. So that
niggas, like I
that's
said,
why I don't get that shit.
This verses, like I said, this verses I done put on niggas songs they ain't never dropped.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't get it. I don't get that. That part of this business, that business of being a rapper, I don't get. And even labels do that shit. Oh, you can't. We're not gonna approve that. You can't put that out.
I get it on the label level.
But at that point, you could say shit like that because you're on that level.
But you know the difference between the artist level and the label level is the simple fact that with labels, it is strictly business.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
When you're at that level, At
they
that
have
level,
some genuine relationships, but it depends on how much you could do for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how genuine. It's just like anything. NBA, NFL. Oh, look at LeBron. Nigga can do anything he wants just because of how much he put to the game. Now, if he was some nobody, you talking about whoever on the bench, and then you telling me, yeah, I want to get my son in here. They gonna look at you like, what you do? You ain't bring no ratings in. You ain't bring no money in. You ain't got no leverage to even have me. It's the same thing with the labels. Now the artists, my problem with the artists, I always had the same problem is, like Harlow said, nobody come together. And I feel like this ain't no shot to nobody, but half of the people that say that don't want to work with nobody.
That's a
fact. They say it because it sound good, and they like, oh yeah, nah, facts. Nah, nigga, I seen y'all niggas around years. Y'all done seen me in the same spots y'all perform. Y'all never not once pulled up. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all didn't even say it was good.
Y'all say it was good, nothing. So like when I hear certain niggas talk about that shit, I'm like, yo, bro, we've been in the same spots. I perform with you. Shit, I probably pulled up to your music video, pulled up to your studio session.
I can give you that.
The same.
I can give you that, Flo.
You know,
I've seen you at
everything.
Every artist in Patterson. Whether it's a show, whether it's a music video,
you popped up. You feel me?
I can give you that.
And that was just more so. Like, I still listen to niggas to this day. Like first niggas that drop, I be like, oh, I gotta go hear this. Like it's niggas probably ain't never hear of through the town. But I'm like, yo, I don't care if it got 30 plays or 300,000. If the song hot to me, I'ma listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'ma run your plays up myself.
Mm-hmm.
Shit hard, and I'll hit you up. Yo, this shit hard. You can post it, DM whatever you want to do. I don't let my ego get in the way because I know who I am as a rapper and an artist and as a person. You feel me? Like I always say, and another thing I wanted to talk about on that list was more so genuine connections. Like people, especially in the creative space, they make it too much about business. Sometimes you have to build a connection with somebody before you even get to the business. Because it might work out way better for you. Like, a lot of the artists that I personally fuck with, I have a relationship with outside of music. There's certain people that I still don't even have real songs with. But I know if they need something for the music, oh, you need me to pull up to be extra and shit? All right, bet, I got you. Yo, let me come up to your studio session. I just want to sit in it. Like, I don't even want to rap. Like,
just for the support, just to show you, like, yo,
that's it. Like, yo, you my mans. I fuck with you. Everything you put out, I'm gonna repost. I'm gonna comment. Even if I don't like it, I'll tell you on the side, I ain't fucking with it. But on the outside, like in the public eye, I'ma still support you. Like, so it's just like I met a lot of genuine people in this shit, and I met a lot of people that ain't genuine. And it's easy to differentiate based on what's going on, but at the same time, I still feel like you need that kind of shit because, like you said earlier, why you got Atlanta and the niggas going up, why you got Detroit and the niggas going up? But that's because they all fuck with each other for real. You just see the niggas in the same groups. This nigga was rapping. You ain't even know this nigga was in the video. He rapped. Now he pop. Now this nigga probably got Skilla Baby from Detroit. All them niggas, Icewear, Vezo, they all know each other. They probably went to school together.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm pretty sure. Look, I'm pretty. All right, so let's talk about. All right, so let's say when we was in the wave, right? When we had this wave popping, right?
2015, 2016.
All right.
Yeah.
Half of the people in that wave knew each other. They knew each other some way, somehow.
No,
yes, bro, they knew each other some way, somehow. Bro, they was either I know you from him, I seen you here before, yeah, they crossed. Yes, they did.
Because when we had TCO, me and Thumb was moving, we didn't know half of these people. We didn't know Flop. We didn't know half of the people we was working with.
Flop, but TCO was when?
This 2015, 2016. We didn't we knew each other from around. We might see each other, but we didn't hang out. It was.
But that's what I'm saying.
He's saying what he's saying is just because y'all ain't moving around with each other, y'all knew about each other, of each other.
Y'all seen each other before.
Yeah, we ain't have to have a real relationship, but it's like, we've crossed paths before.
So I feel like that's the difference. That's the difference over here. Like you'll see each other, and let's say he seen y'all, right? Let's say when he was doing TCO, and he seen y'all. He know y'all make music, but he never came up to you like, yo, we should collab. It's the same shit over there in New York and Atlanta and the Calis and the Houstons, bro. They all socialize, bro. They all do events together.
You know, my bad to cut you off, but the only thing that get tricky about that is the simple fact that because they do that out there, a lot of them people actually do know each other. Like over here, we might cross paths, but we don't really know each other. But we also ain't trying to get to know each other. So it's a little different. Like out there's a lot of people that actually know each other for real, but they know, let's say this nigga know this nigga. Them two know each other, but don't know his mans. They might bring him into the fold. But out here, it's more so, I know of him, but I don't really care to get to know him.